What's up, Motorheads, and welcome back to another edition of the news with your boy Johnny Knuckles and Gearbox Pizza. It's 2022, and that means we are kicking off a brand new year of exciting announcements about literally everything EV. But first, some interesting data coming out from our friends across the pond. So European electric vehicle sales in 2021 exceeded diesel sales, which is actually pretty wild. That's more than the fifth of all new cars sold across 18 big-time European markets, including the UK. Yep, they were all powered by electrons. Now, if you've been tracking the strict regulations put in place by European governments in 2020, this really shouldn't come as much of a surprise. So generous subsidies and ambitious plans for a full EV future kind of forced the hand of many prominent automakers, and well, I guess it does seem to be working. Alright, so let's hop into some exciting updates. First up, and sticking with our Euro friends, Mercedes-Benz. Well, they kind of double down on this whole EV revolution thing with their sort of bizarro concept, the EQXX. Now, is it just me, or does this thing kind of look like a Taycan and a McLaren Speedtail? Kind of, I don't know, maybe they split like one too many pitchers of margarita and went off and made some bad but fun decisions together. I mean, it's cool, I guess. It's got all that normal Mercedes stuff that you'd expect, like the white interior, big screens, yada yada. Now, Mercedes is calling this a road legal prototype, so it's a little bit more than the concept, but it's not the production vehicle. So we're gonna have to kind of take some of these stats with a grain of salt, but they are pretty impressive. So they're claiming 1,000 kilometers of range, which is about 620 miles, which beats even that mega overpriced Lucid Air. It's gonna hit a top speed of 140, and 0 to 60 should come in about 7 seconds. I mean, I don't know, look, maybe this thing is kind of rad. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll do a video. I don't know. Alright, so let's bring things back stateside, and we're going to check in with the current industry champion and leader, Tesla. But you knew that. Alright, so some quick updates here. So the Model 3 and the Model Y, well, they both entered the top 20 best-selling US cars in 2021. Now look, 20 is a bit of a long list, and they're sort of right near the bottom, but regardless, this is impressive. We got 2 EVs on this list, and it shows you kind of where we're heading. This is exciting. Good on you, Elon. Congrats. All right, so speaking of Elon, his travel plans, so they indicate that he's heading back to Giga Berlin soon, which has got a lot of folks speculating that a production kickoff at the plant is right around the corner. And this is pretty exciting considering all the issues we've been seeing getting these things to market in time to fulfill orders. And Giga Berlin has been reported to have a new state-of-the-art fancy art paint booth sort of thing, which means not only will we start seeing new color options, but generally we can expect an increase in the production quality of the exterior paint jobs, which has been kind of an issue for a lot of Tesla owners. So this is very, very good to see. Now, this isn't exactly news anymore, and it seems like we could do a report like this in all of our updates, but the Cybertruck has been delayed again. But what may be news, what we think may be holding things up a bit, is this insanely large, gargantuan, mile-long windshield wiper. I mean, just check this thing out. Look, this is the kind of windshield wiper that likes to just air dry at the locker room at the gym, if you know what I mean. I mean, just grab a towel, man. Come on, nobody wants to see that. You know what they say though, it is not the size that matters, it's the reliability of the windshield wiper actuator that counts. And Elon says don't worry, and it's unlikely this is the final production option, but I mean, now that we're looking at this thing, how exactly are you gonna clean this gigantic windshield? And for more news from the Elon overpromise and underdeliver department, Roadster deposits for the Founders Editions have been halted. Many even paid back, and this is not your typical $100 deposit. This one's 50 large. Yep, $50,000. I mean, that's a lot of cheddar. I mean, that's like the whole cheese shop. I mean, look, if you're handing over a $50,000 deposit on the Tesla Roadster and you're getting that back in the mail, probably pretty bummed out not to be in line for the newest, kind of coolest toy, right? All right, so moving on. Look, if you've been watching this channel at all, you know we're sort of big fans of Canoe over here. I mean, we think in the ever expanding world of EVs, this guy kind of sticks out. It's totally unique and different in just the right ways. Yeah, so we are pretty stoked to see that our friends over at Canoe were able to secure 2 official design patents for their current lineup and future lineup of electric vehicles. Exciting to see them plant their flag like this. This is good. This is very good. So the first one is what we've come to recognize as the main Canoe fella, calling it the lifestyle vehicle. You've seen it, you dig it, you're hoping you see it on the road one day, but now it's officially protected by Uncle Sam. All right. So the next one up is actually a sedan, and check this thing out. Look, we caught a few pics online, but there's not a whole ton of buzz around this thing. Like, any of our Canoe faithful out there, they got any updates for us they want to share, that would be awesome. And look, either way, we're kind of digging this thing. Maybe, well, not maybe, we'll definitely do a video on this, sometime in the future. And speaking of, go ahead and hit that sub button. Would not want you to miss out on that or any of the other just really fun stuff we got planned. All right, and now introducing the newest portion of the news channel, the lightning fast news, which is not sponsored by or promoted by or having anything to do with the F-150 Lightning, except to sort of be used as a plug to go ahead and check out one of the recent videos we made where we broke down the Lightning dollar for dollar, and well, I gotta be honest, kind of scratched our heads a little bit. So anyways, here it is, 5 headlines, lightning speed, here we go. All right, number 1, the Mach-E is being used in New York City in a new program they're calling the Tax-E. You're like tax-E, taxi. Yeah, clever, dig it. Now, this clearly beats the 40-year-old Crown Vic with a stench of Tinder dates soaked into that exhausted cloth interior, so this is pretty cool. All right, number 2, so startup and early EV truck contender Bollinger. Well, they've announced that they'll be dropping plans to make the B1, which we first saw at the LA Auto Show about 5 years ago, and yeah, look, pretty bummed out about this one, but look, again, it's probably going to be a little bit too expensive, but it's still cool, and more options is always better. Yeah, just kind of bummed about this one. All right, number 3. So the internet is sort of going nuts with pics of Rivian spottings, like literally everywhere. We've seen them in Michigan and LA, kind of all over the place. These things are finally hitting the streets, and it's just so cool. Love it. All right, number 4, and we're sticking with Rivian for this one. So Motor Trend, well, they've already awarded this thing the 2022 Truck of the Year. And I don't know, maybe it seems a little early to be handing these things out, but look, who cares? Rivian, congratulations, well earned. All right, number 5. So wrapping it up where we started, over there across the pond, longtime French automaker and former F1 contender Renault. Well, they've announced that they're going to be selling exclusively electric vehicles by 2030, like only EVs. And that's crazy, but kind of awesome. So they got their sights set on Formula E and on this whole electric future sort of thing. So if you're a fan of that Clio RS, you're going to want to tuck one in the garage before they're sort of gone forever, right? All right, Motorheads, thanks for tuning in. And if you've made it this far, look, what do you say you help a brother out and just tap that sub button. Not too hard, just a little love tap. That's it. And look, we got lots of exciting things in the works, and I'd hate for you to miss out on the latest and greatest of, well, like everything you need to know about this crazy changing EV market. Stay cool, my friends.